Morax, 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
You should call it by its name, Azhdaha. Fate.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to ravage the wilderness.
No. You have forgotten.
That voice!
Azhdaha.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax. It's been a while.
You're...
Azhdaha. The very same.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes, it was all I could manage. Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. There were things that only became clear to me upon reaching this tree. Allow me to elaborate. I am not Azhdaha the whole, but a fragment. Heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces. You can consider the existence of me and the Azhdaha you see there to be a reflection of such polarities.
So there are two Azhdahas?
No, it can't be. That's
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. With this new identity, you were able to vent about the forces that suppressed you. But would anyone listen? That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike back.
The audacity! Are you insane?
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. 2 weeks, I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was. Only the past would elicit a reaction from me. But my aim...
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall. Had your power been but a little strong...
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond... It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension of youthful...
There would be no harm in it.
Azhdaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax. With a lifespan the memories of rocks do not last long. Those memories that survive, erosion ground Azhdaha's consciousness into oblivion. Azhdaha, now incomplete.
What would you expect?
This much is true. Which is why you attacked the chasm. Why you, in the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production. The citizens of erosion made us even more savage. Morax shared with us some of his power to prevent further erosion. And so, we became you. And from your will, I am your final contract. Witness the promise between Azhdaha.
No!
I am the remnants of Azhdaha's benevolence. The echo of a contract set.
No! This is I, Azhdaha!
Morax is not.
A lord over insects!
You forgot yourself. No, but that which you have forgotten. All powers under heaven, rise and fall of land and sea.
A star appears within the wild. Strange.
You are spent. And I will in the wilderness. Snow falls.
No!
Perhaps it isn't. But
More axe!
The little girl vanished!
Are you satisfied, Azhdaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction had no... So, Morax. You call yourself Zhongli?
I do.
Well... I'm afraid old habits die hard.
As you please.
I never did forget your gift of
I hardly lifted a finger.
And yet, you could see, you wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon.
Your power is near. Shall we get going?
Surely the pressing matter is still...
Indeed. Hence the need to get going.
So there you are. My men and I found your clues and followed them straight here. We found Mao in a tent at the campsite unconscious. Huh?
Nothing. Pay it no mind.
Cave? What happened?
They're exhausted, but not in danger.
Right. Well, thank...
So you're taking them back to Liyue.
That's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You rescued my men.
Kunjun, we should be calling you Azhdaha. You're coming back to Liyue Harbor too.
Not I. Merely this body. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue. Kunjun hails from a family of famous artisans. He too will be famous in time.
You always did have a great admiration for black...
Curious how swords and daggers are blind, yet their creators see...
Azhdaha. I am no longer the Geo Archon.
I can sense it.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met such a fate.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must prepare itself to face you.
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lapis?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men. I was once their god. I ought to be here to witness their rise and fall.
All life is shaped and then ground away by the endless flow of time. You were always the strongest among us. Yet, that's unimportant. Fate is ordained. You may live forever, doomed to a lonely existence.
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric when it comes to the subject of a life long lived.
Were it not so,
You've brought a smile to my face.
that day in the chasm,
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless. But I am the god of contracts, and what...
you chose justice, but did not forsake your kindness.
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble the earth and shake the heavens.
Hence, my incept. Do not forget that I was old friend, god of contracts. I hereby honor.
Thank you, Azhdaha.
My life is nigh on eternal. I will go on with the...
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Yes. Don't be alarmed. He's a...
Whoa. That...
In fact, we have yet to meet the... He was. Centuries may have passed since then, but events from 1,000 years ago...
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Azhdaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the four corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
A 1,000 years ago, Azhdaha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the length and breadth of the mine. Finally, during that battle, Dragonfall was born. Azhdaha could sense, despite being the victor, I could not claim to be stronger than he, and in his heart, he was willing to be sealed away. But as the erosion set in, he forgot. Even I cannot avoid it. But there is something I understand better than most. The greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. The millennia may come and personally sealing away an old friend. People abandon and surrender the things they love to pursue the right path. But I was a god of mankind. My identity may change.
You still care a lot about Liyue.
Call it part of my duty. I must thank you both.
No worries.
Oh? About what?
Oh yeah, Paimon nearly forgot. So, not long ago, we met a guy called Dane. He told us about Conria and the punishment of the gods. That's when we realized that those events were connected to the person we're searching for. Zhongli, you're a god. You've lived through thousands of years of history. Surely you experienced the incident?
I cannot say.
Why? You can't even give us a thread of information? This is so important to us.
I understand. But I must apologize. This is my contract.
You mean another past grievance? Like the incident with Azhdaha?
It was signed before it all began. I have always honored the contract. And kept my silence.
How can you be like that?
You two are friends to me. I can assure it brings me no pleasure to disappoint you. But as the god of contracts, I cannot go back on my word.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears your understanding of this world continues. There are many events of ages past. Many secrets that lie hidden. They have been eroded by time. Forgotten by the people. Abandoned. But you are capable of finding them and bringing them into the light. Those who come to witness will witness. Those who are born to remember. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficulties ahead. But as long as you firmly believe that you are on the It was erected by Mountain Shaper. It names Azhdaha as a terrible dragon, and serves as a warning for later generations to stay away from this place. It's a shame. There is a fine line between good and evil. If the good and evil within him could be summarized in a single sentence,